welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching the channel as always. And because y'all watch the channel, people and companies like Hikole have reached out to me to review another product, which is kind of nice. Hikole is doing some research. They're kind of like more like a sporting goods company, but they sell all kinds of things for the outdoors, so to speak, from what I can tell. They have pressure washers. Also, other things that I could have reviewed were that hose reel that Mowers and Blowers did, if y'all saw his channel and review on that. I also had the option to review a weed eater, so if we collaborate more after this pressure washer, I think I'm going to try out that weed eater, because it's like a straight shaft weed eater for $129, and it's got the handles and all that stuff on it, so we'll see how that is. They're an overseas company. This particular pressure washer is a mrliance. Fancy, right? No. It is a 1600 psi pressure washer. It's a small one. It'd be good for small jobs around the house, like if you wanted to wash your car. Again, they say they even give you times as to what you can use this pressure washer to wash things for. It says you can pressure wash your bike in 1 minute, pressure wash your car in 10, pressure wash your house or pressure wash a wall in 20, and pressure wash your entire house in 50 minutes. I would love to be able to pressure wash my house in 50 minutes. But I think we could pressure wash my garage door in about 5, so we're going to try that out. We'll open this thing up. We will see what we have in here. It's a very small box. I mean, I'm sitting on the ground, and it's probably about 14 by 8 by 12, roughly. And we'll see what we got. It says that you could use it for washing vehicles, cleaning exterior siding, cleaning driveways and sidewalks, cleaning deck and patio, cleaning outdoor furniture, detail cleaning, and more. So that's what we've got going on. And it's shipped from Guangdong, Foshan in China, and shipped to their distribution center in Schertz, Texas. They're a big, if you look on Amazon, I have their Amazon link. They are a big company on Amazon when it comes out to things like this, or scooters, or a lot of outdoor, like kids recreation products. So without further ado, let's get into looking at this mrliance pressure washer from Hikole brands. Alright guys, before we get into the review of this product and demonstration and unboxing and all that, Hikole has given me a discount code. It is MTQQ4NND. It's in the description below. If you copy and paste that into their Amazon store link, that's also down below in the description for this product. They'll give you 10% off. So, item's $150, 10% off. You're going to get it for about $135 plus tax. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and get into starting the unboxing and the review of this pressure washer. Alright, as always with all these review videos, we start out by looking at the product packaging. It did not come like this. It came inside of another box. So it'll be funny if there's another box inside of this, but I'm sure there won't be. I think there will be some assembly required, probably just putting the handle on. We got some cardboard inside of this box, so that's good. Let's see what we have in here. All right, we have instructions right here. We have this little key attachment thing, probably like a little pin that you put in somewhere. I think this came on another pressure washer that I had, and it did not really serve that much of a purpose. We will probably look at the instructions, probably. Here's a soap bottle. we'll investigate how that hooks up. A lot of times I don't even use soap, I just spray like some sort of cleaner. Bunch of pieces, so we've got to like assemble the wheels, assemble this hose reel. Here's another wheel. Hose, probably looking at about 25 feet of hose here. Max 2000 PSI, basically 2030. And let me answer this phone call. All right, continue now. When you work on the side, you have people call you about things. There's the top handle that we got to put on. Wand part 2. And oh, this is wand part 2. No, it's not. This is the end, and this is the wand. Fits in these little grooves. Slide in there for me. There we go. Twist. And then same thing here. There we go. Locks in. So our wand is assembled. Your release is here on the front. You got a lock. Your release is here on the front for the hose. So we can put the hose in right there. I guess we can go ahead and do that, can't we, while we're here? So there's your hose. I do like this release. This is super nice. Because a lot of times you get these things, if you compare them to the Harbor Freight ones, you get these things on the back and you got to unscrew it instead of release it. I wonder if the pressure washer itself has got that too. That would be nice if that was the case. Let's get it out of here. We got more parts there too. Man, there's a lot of assembly that's required on this thing. But let's see. Store indoors, obviously. Looks similar to most electric pressure washers on the market. This pressure washer, if I hadn't mentioned already, is about $149. Which y'all kind of know what most electric pressure washers are going for at the box stores and stuff. This is a little bit on the higher end, but we'll see if we're going to look and see if the quality is going to you look at a bunch of factors: quality, ease of use, like this right here. Hooking it in like this, being able to take that out very easily is super nice. So now kind of looks like, let's go for the wheels next. How about that? They should just pop into place, don't you think? There you go. So they did pop into place. Do the same thing on the other side here. You have important safety instructions on the side. That you can read before. That little piece looks like it goes in right here. Doesn't really look like it wants to stay, but I'm wondering if the handle actually has something to go with it. The handle likely goes up top here, right there. Slides in the front, that's what it does. There we go. I think I've got hardware to actually screw these down if I... Maybe not. Nope, that's it. That box is empty. We only got a couple. Oh, yep. Here are our screws to screw those items down. Here in the back, we have a couple of more items. This is that's a hose reel, it appears, for the power cord. There is not one on the bottom, so that's kind of interesting. Oops. I will screw those in. And then looks like the last portion is the gun holder here. That goes right there. And then your pressure washer gun slides in probably like that, right? Or does it slide in? It doesn't really stay very well, does it? I don't really see how that would work any better than that. Only thing I can think of is that you take this out and you slide it in like so, which is probably what you need to do in order to use it properly. That would be my guess. I will double check. Let's check the so we checked that. It looks like, just according to the box, that you put your third nozzle up. So it looks like you pull this out and put it somewhere, and then you kind of just let that sit right there. That's exactly what happens. We just need to find where this third piece goes, and you'll be good to go. After that, let me look at the instructions. I will tell you exactly what needs to happen, and I'll get them screws in to screw on the handle and the thing on the side, the thing on the back here, and then we'll basically be ready to try this thing out. Oh, also, real quick, I forgot one more step while we're here. Again, like I said, I got to screw these in, so don't knock quality yet, guys. On the back, there's a place you unscrew. On the bottom here, this is a plastic insert instead of a metal. Make sure your gasket is on your thing here. We're just gonna tighten everything up. Can't really get back here that easily whenever you need to loosen it, but honestly, you're probably never going to loosen it up anyways. This really doesn't serve a purpose after you do that. And so let me check the instructions. Let me show you exactly how everything's supposed to go together. Put some screws in. I'll give you the final assembly, and then we'll test it out. Alright guys, I figured out a couple of things here. One of them is, I guess that this is going to go like this if you store it. That's probably the best way. There's really no clear instructions as to how that does. The soap bottle is like this. You hook it onto the first little thing. You can spray soap on whatever. You're not going to be shooting this mess out because it's a low pressure end here. This does have a variable speed nozzle on it, so you can, fan it out or whatever, but you can't attach this to that in any way, from what I can tell. So it's just a low speed soap nozzle. Like if you do want to put some soap on your car or whatever, you could do it with that. And that's about it. One other thing for this cord is that you have to, whenever you push it in, you have to press this top one here and reset the GFCI that's inside this. So it's pretty common amongst all electric pressure washers that you have to do that. But anyways, so yeah, so your hose goes in right here, cord wraps right there, hose wraps right here. We put the wheels on, we put the spigot on, and so we're all good to go. Let me get all the stuff I need out, and we'll test it. Also, I looked at the instructions, and you know, from these overseas companies, some of these instructions are hit or miss. This actually is, the instructions on this are fairly good. So if you need to use the instructions, they're pretty good. They did a decent job Americanizing this, so to speak, because you know, y'all know how that is sometimes. Specs real quick: 1600 psi, max pressure, working pressure is 1150, volume is 1.32 gallons per minute, and the max volume is 1.59 gallons per minute. It does not even have a serial number. It was made the last day of 2021. So that's kind of the quick and dirty on that. I'll hook everything up, and we're gonna wash this garage off a little bit just to make it look a little prettier. See how it does. Alright guys, so we're going to concentrate our area kind of on this right here. A lot of times what happens is I get water that runs down through here and then just kind of drips and splatters and gets this kind of looking a little rough. I'm going to do the whole facade while I'm here. I want to see how well this thing will do. Probably, we'll see if I can get up to the top of this side of the garage as well. Anyways, I have the water turned on all the way up at the house. Got it down here. So one of the big things you need to do is purge the system of air. Which means just let it run for maybe a minute or two. Seems like we got most of it. Now what I've done, I'm going to connect the soap bottle and we're going to see how well this works. I have it plugged into inside the garage. As you can see, the cord is about somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 40 feet long, so it reaches pretty decent. Going to connect this bottle. This bottle is not leak proof, so you got to keep it upright. To that, and then we can just use that. We're going to spray everything down that we can get at least within reach. So I'm going to turn on the pressure washer, and I'm going to go to town on the door and the side of the garage. See, that's actually what happens when you purge everything out, or when you don't get everything purged out, is it makes that sound. does go through this stuff fairly quickly too, so. I might get around on the side there too while I've got a little bit left. I'm gonna let this dry off a little bit, and then we're gonna pressure wash at least this area, and then maybe the rest of the door here on camera so that y'all can see a real-time change as to how it looks. But overall, like I said, you got to make sure that you get all the air purged out of the system. Otherwise, it's going to make those noises like I mentioned. And so that's user error. That's not a machine's fault. So just be careful when it comes to that. Especially if you have a long hose, you're going to have a lot of air bubbles. You have to keep an eye out on that. All right, guys, I've got all the air purged out of the system and everything washed down that I would like to have wet down in order to wash. I could not get higher pretty much than my motion light with the wand that I have. So keep in mind that you've got a anything bigger than maybe a one-story house that's on your that's level, like you don't have a very high end to it, then you can probably reach it, but it's a stretch. Anything above that. So anyways, I'm going to grab the wand. I'll show you. I'll put the wand back on and we'll wash this area right here. On camera, I'll finish washing it and show you all the finished product. So again, I just have the two bottom ends of this. I'm just going to hook the wand back in like so. You have a variable speed, variable fan nozzle here. Fan, stream. That's kind of what you could use to get the stuff kind of high, like up there. I had to get a little closer, but we're going to focus on the garage door real quick. So there's a little bit of a before and after look. Obviously before is what's on the left there, after what's on the right. So just take a pressure washer with a good cleaner. This thing with a good cleaner, and you can kind of get close. I can definitely reach all the way up to where my vinyl siding starts up there. Anything above that's going to be a stretch in order to kind of get washed off. I could probably get some of the spider webs washed off up there on the top. And then kind of that corner right there. But apart from that, I mean, you can kind of, I don't know if the camera will pick up the difference. The sun kind of illuminates it, magnifies it a little bit as well, but this area that I've washed versus the area that I haven't, you can see kind of the dirt and stuff that's come off of it. So, I mean, this thing's working as intended. I'm going to finish it, and if there's any other hiccups, I'll let you know. Again, if I hadn't shown you all the hose hookup already, the hose hookup is fine. There's no leaks on it, and that was just from me hand tightening it, so you don't need to clamp it down with pliers or anything in order to get it tight. So that's a good thing as well. I'm going to finish washing this, and I'll also show you this area over here that I'm going to wash over here by my lean-to, which y'all see a lot. I'll wash this area as well because it's kind of gotten dirty. I'll catch y'all back in a few minutes. We'll wrap this video up. Alright guys, so we are finished with this mini project here at the house, or at the garage, so to speak. You see the garage door is clean. This is, I think, the first time that I've done this in about 3.5 years or so. So again, it didn't look terribly bad except for this little area right here that gets a little bit of the mildew and dirt and mess. If I had more time, I'd do some pressure washing of the sidewall or of the driveway, but I got projects to do. Mower projects. So again, I did this over here. As you can see, it knocked all the mildew and stuff off of here. It didn't get the oil and the grease that I have right there on the paint, but all the mildew and stuff from nature, it took care of pretty nicely. Again, you can't really go more than about 10 feet at the most to really get a good clean. I was able to knock the spider webs off of the roof trusses there, or the A-frame, whatever you want to call it, just fine, and got the mildew off of this area good. So thing did fine. It's not leaking, not smoking, not knocking, knocking, haha. Bad joke, right? Electric motor. But I'll wrap everything up, make it look pretty. We will wrap this video up and I'll tell you what I think about it. Alright guys, so I've got everything wrapped up again. That's pretty much everything about this mrliance pressure washer that I can really show. Works fine. It's if you just need a little household pressure washer to do small jobs like clean off a garage door, clean your car, clean your trailer, clean your mower, this will work just fine. And at the price point that you get it for, again, your benefits, you don't have to worry about the gas deal and the whole pump going out in the gas pressure washer and starting it up. And I'm just not a fan of gas pressure washers just for that reason. But again, I've compared it. I have another electric pressure washer here at home. Basically does the same thing for the same price or a little bit cheaper. So it's just kind of just pick what you want. Do you want a blue one, a green one, a red one, an orange one? I mean, there are some benefits to this one though. The releases, I do like the releases on this to where it's really quick. You just push the button in, release your hose, and voila, you're done. The storage aspect could be a little bit better with the hose. I wish I could see a hose reel that has a thing on the bottom so that I could use the tension to wind up both the electrical cord and the hose on it. But I just have the thing at the top. It does have these things to latch in the back here to put the ends of your hose, but for the hose itself, it's just kind of left to your own devices. As well as the wand and the soap dispenser is really no good way to store both of those. I do have them kind of here on the top, and they seem to store okay, and I can carry it around. But again, just a pressure washer built to a price point. Amazon, like I said, around $150 shipped to your door at the time of this filming. So you don't have to go out and make sure that the store's got it and things like that. If you have Prime, you can get it the next day or 2 days, depending on where you live. And then Hikole is one of the bigger companies out there on Amazon. They heavily do Amazon. They have quite a few outdoor products and whatnot. So you've got all that going for you in terms of Amazon and the support, where a lot of people are buying online now from companies. Again, that's an overseas made product, but it works just fine. The soap dispenser worked just fine. I could already see the dirt coming off of the garage whenever I used the Purple Power and the soap. So, that being said, I mean, it works fine. Like I said, if you want something that's delivered right to your door, you don't need anything big, heavy, powerful, this works just fine. I really like these small pressure washers, honestly. So it'll work. And I appreciate y'all watching the video. Because of people like y'all watching the video allows companies like Hikole to reach out to me to review their products. Again, this one works just fine. Nothing wrong with it. A couple little points of couple good points with the hose, a couple bad points with the storage aspect of it. Wand works good. Variable Variable knob works fine. You get really wide fan and a really narrow stream, which is better than most that I've seen. Anyways, thank you again. If you have any questions about this video, or if you're a company that wants me to review your product, feel free to reach out to me, Ellis at ellismowers.com or at ellismowers09 on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks to Hikole and for sending me this mrliance pressure washer to wash my garage with. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. See you then. And I forgot to mention in the tail of the video, obviously the link to the product is in the description below if you find that this is something you want to purchase. Catch you next time.